This review contains spoilers for Marvel's What If, Episode 1 on Disney+. The series opens with one of the Watchers explaining the multiverse briefly, and I thought Jeffrey Wright's voice acting was very good, and so were the visuals of shattered glass with the characters and the Watcher silhouette over the galaxy. It drew me right in. It was instantly intriguing. It was very believable how Peggy Carter becomes a super soldier, Captain Carter, but this is a story that works best in animation. Not sure I could get past a CGI enhanced, super muscular Carter in live action. Like in the original Captain America, they started with a big buff actor, and they got a different actor to stand in as like the skinny version. This time it would be the other way around if it were live action, and I think it would look pretty silly. But in animation it works. The art direction, animation, all the angles, and especially the action were all amazing. Just very crisp, beautiful animation. The airplane sequence was especially fantastic, and I really liked the Hydra Stomper. It's just a cool and fun way to keep Rogers in the story. But like I said, I think this works best in animation, as this scene in live action would be too over the top and start to just look like a video game. There's also a scene where Steve in the Hydra Stomper gets blown up, and it triggers an avalanche, and Peggy and the gang just run away from the avalanche, and then it cuts away. This would look especially silly in live action, like you can't outrun an avalanche. My biggest issue with it though, is the character of Colonel Flynn. I thought the actor was bad. Bradley Whitford is usually okay in things, but I just didn't like him in this. His voice acting didn't seem to match the energy of the scenes. The whole soldiers aren't girls scene may seem heavy-handed to us now, but back in the 40s, that was very much the attitude. And while it is dumb that this guy would rather lose the serum than have it go to a woman, he probably would have this initial reaction. But it's just so over the top to the point of being annoying. You can make a character bigoted without making him stupid. Like, how did he even get to this position if he's this dumb? Never mind that they wrote this guy really stereotypical. Calling the Tesseract just a battery is lazy writing. Surely he must know how powerful it is and that it's not just a battery. Writing like that is just annoying and kind of insulting to the viewer's intelligence. I liked Red Skull in this. I think he's another character that works best in animation. He was cool looking and very menacing in this, but right when I thought Red Skull was looking badass and very mad scientist-y, he gets killed by the interdimensional monster that he conjured. That looks like the Hydra logo. I thought that was kind of dumb, unless there's some backstory, and that's why Hydra has that logo to begin with. I'm not up to date with all the comics, and I didn't read every single comic out there when I was young. But even if it is from the comics, it just seems really silly to me. Like they just open this portal and it happens to be this Hydra-looking monster. Then Howard Stark reverses the polarity somehow, so the monster gets sucked back into the dimension it came from, or something like that. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really matter. It's all cartoon, comic book logic, and that's fine. But Captain Carter gets sucked in with the monster and ends up in present day, where an alternate reality forms where it's Captain Carter instead of Captain America waking up from being frozen. Overall, I liked it more than I expected. The action and animation were good enough to keep my attention. But I also liked how much it tied into Captain America the First Avenger. It really did feel like an alternate reality or multiverse, and not just a, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Captain America was a girl? The story made sense enough, and actually feels canon and not just some novelty animated throwaway show meant to entertain for 30 minutes, then be forgotten. And it actually makes me want to go rewatch the first Captain America again. If I were to give this a rating from 1 to 10, I would give it a pretty solid 7. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it was very entertaining and well done.